Well, it's been a long time. Yes, I'm still here. I'm still alive. Let me give you a little story of how this all started. So I get a phone call from Rick Crude. I'm at work. That's why I've been around. I started another career. Yes, folks, I started a second career before Rebel started his first. Yes. So, anyway, Rick Crude calls me to ask me how I became a cop. What was the process to me? And I have ever heard of anybody just walking up to a police department, putting an application in, and going right to the FTO program. FTO stands for Field Training Officer. It's not done that way. It's not done that way whatsoever. So, I'm getting a lot of emails, a lot of questions. Apparently, there's 3 people running around YouTube saying they're former law enforcement, or they were law enforcement, or retired from law enforcement. I'm not going to mention their names. I don't want to embarrass them. But I want to give them a chance. I mean, there's no ifs, ands, buts about me being retired law enforcement. I mean, somebody sent me a clip of somebody saying that it's been vetted, proven, and whatnot. And I am law enforcement. I went into another career for it. There is no license to become a police officer. You can be certified, but there's no license. There's no license. You go through the academy, you get the training, the city insures you to become a police officer, and you get your gun, your shield, your ID card, and everything that entered to NCIC as a cop and whatnot, so your prints come up. But I want to give these 3 individuals a chance to come up on panel. Be a nice way to reintroduce the Dutch Doyle discussions into the community and give them a say. You know, like, tell me how you were a cop, tell me how you went through the academy. These 3 specific people. Nobody else. These 3. There's no dog pile. It'll be me, the retired cop, Dutch Doyle, and my co-host, Tits McGee, who's a civilian, so she can ask you questions on the civilian side that I might not ask, but I have the technical and wherewithal to ask procedural questions and whatnot, and stuff like that. So these 3 individuals, if you watch this, and if you're friends with these, and you know these 3, send the link to the video. Let them know that I'm not calling them out. I'm requesting. Asking. I'm not giving orders. It's not a court of law. Just get your side of the story out. That's all I'm asking. That's it. Nobody's going to dogpile. It's only me and my co-host. You've seen the show before. We don't dogpile. I'm not going to embarrass you. I'm not going to berate you. But I know you want to go on other panels because you might be fucking chopped down like a tree, but my panel, we don't do that. So give it a thought. You can reach me on my email for my YouTube account. It's charger4143 at AOL.com. My phone number's out there. My Discord server, the Hog House or whatever it's called, the Boar's Nest, the Pig Pen, something like that. Well, somebody somewhere's got a link to my Discord, so get it from them. Reach out. We'll set up a time. Again, I'm working. Today is my day off. I'm on tomorrow, and I go back. I'm off Saturday and Sunday. So I've been dealing with that. I had that new truck in the beginning of the summer, so I've been all over the fucking place traveling. I love my Jeep. Love my 2023 brand new Jeep. It's fucking awesome. Put some fucking miles on this summer. Almost 20,000 this summer. Almost. Been traveling all over the place. Having a good time. Having a good time at work, too. I'm happy to be back working. Yeah, but not for nothing. Why don't you come up? Set up a time. Email me. We'll get to it. I'll give you time to tell your story. I'll ask you a couple questions. We'll make a decision for ourselves. I won't give out a decision. I don't want to be like old Don Shipley and shit. But that might be a good idea. The whole Don Shipley thing. You know, like, people say they're cops and they're not really cops and never were cops. I made it to the end. I wasn't fired. I wasn't anything. I didn't retire early. I made 21 years. You mandated to reach 20. I did 21. So, I made it to the finish line and cross. So, who better to ask questions to a former cop than a retired cop and somebody who's involved in, who's working again. So, let's just get this done and put it to bed. Right? A lot of people are questioning it. Let's just put it to bed. Nobody else will be allowed up. I won't let anybody, one person at a time. There were 3 people saying it. 3. One was some police department in Texas. One was some department in Illinois or something like that. And I'm not sure what the third one was. But I started checking into things. And before I dive in too deep and make it a big federal offense, which it isn't. It isn't. Unless you're receiving a benefit from it. That's the key term for impersonation. Receive a benefit from. Receive that benefit. If you're not receiving a benefit, you're just fucking lying. You're just stolen valor? You're an asshole for doing it. If you are fake. But if there's a twist to your story, something like that, I like to hear it. That's it. I just like to hear it. Get it out there, get it over with, and just move on with our day. I'm not going to harp on it. Let's just see if it's real. Nobody can be this stupid. No person can be this stupid running around YouTube saying they're a retired cop. And they're not. It's just... I want to know for my own edification at this point. I really do. If you never were, and you want to be, take the fucking civil service exam. Apply to the department. Go through your background investigation. Do your physical, do your medical, do your psychological. Right? And you just don't apply and then, boom, take the test. The next day you're in the academy. No, it's months. Procedural shit for months. A detective has got to take your case, do a background investigation on you. It takes months. And it's just... From what I'm hearing, it makes no fucking sense whatsoever. Nobody is trained by a private individual to become a cop. Doesn't happen. There are courses that are mandated to be taken. Classroom instruction you have to take part in. Physical instruction you have to take part in. Driving, shooting, tactics. The law, behavioral science. Police science. And none of that has anything to do with criminal justice. Criminal justice may give you an intro, whet your appetite, give you a look into, a peek behind the curtain. But until you go to the academy, you don't know anything of what's going on until you get on the streets. So you got to go through the academy, graduate, be assigned your command, precinct, district, whatever, parish, go for your orientation, then your FTO program starts. Usually 6 months. Come out, get assigned your tour, and just fall right into the roll call. It's just the rotation. That's all it is. But nobody goes, I've been trained by a private individual for 6 years. No, you're not. You're not. And you're not a detective because you're trained by a private individual. It took me 10 years to reach the rank of detective. And nobody can dispute that I ever was. It's been proven over and over again. Fuck, people that don't even like me said I was a cop the other night. And through my vast experiences in the NYPD, I've touched a little bit of every subject. Rape, murder, assault, drug trafficking, organized crime, stolen cars, insurance fraud. All the way from being a detective, all the way down to jumping a turnstile. Back in the day, we used to arrest people for that. So, let's get it done. Let's get the whole thing done. Remember, Charger4143 at AOL.com. Yeah, I scratched my hand the other night at work. No big deal. Anyway, let's get over with. Put this thing to bed. Let's see who's who. Have these people put their money where their mouth is and prove that they are. And I'm not asking, I'm not demanding proof. I'm not saying receipts. I'm not asking for clips. Just show me a little insight. A little bit. Not that much. That much. But yeah, it kind of is stolen valor to me because I've lost so many friends on the job and either through suicide or been murdered or killed while doing the job. I don't think it's right that somebody would say that there's something they're not. Especially when it comes to law enforcement. I mean, impersonating a police officer in Brooklyn was a misdemeanor. What made it a felony was impersonating while in the commission of a crime. That's what made the felony. So saying you're a retired cop, misdemeanor-ish at best, maybe. So there's no really legal trouble anybody can get into unless they're receiving a benefit. But I think think we should get to the bottom of it. I really do. Just to shut people up and nobody's talking behind the scenes. And just to stop me from getting emails about it. I have like 70 emails about it. The latest one came this morning. So, why don't we do that? So, you guys, 3 guys, you know who you are. I didn't mention you by name. Didn't mention anything to identify you. Let's get this dialogue going. Let's have a discussion. My way. No lambasting. No dogpiling. No me calling you a fucking pussy or cunt or whatnot. Just, let's go. I'll even have you up there when I make my decision. Like if you are or you aren't. Like I said, I started doing background checks. Some people I know already. Some people I got dead to rights. One of them I may not have. So, anyway, I'm Dutch Doll. These are my discussions. It's an idea for a show. Nice thing to come back in on. I want you people to enjoy your fucking day. Later.